This is another video brought to you by the Ichiban Productions. Like, comment, subscribe. So welcome everyone, happy days are here again. We're back with a brand new review. This time we're looking at Amazon's new Fire TV Stick 4K Max. Whoa, what a name. It definitely seems like there's a trend in technology at the moment to stick Max on the end. I mean, the iPhone Pro, Max, Mega Deluxe, Ultra Edition. I mean, that's what I call this bad boy. Anyway, Amazon is claiming that this is the fastest, greatest 4K Fire Stick of all time. I've had the old 4K Fire Stick and I did like it. You know, it's a nice travel companion. You take it with, plug it in a hotel room. You know, it's got an inbuilt browser, which means you can log onto the Wi-Fi through that. So, I saw it, thought, upgrade, is it worth it? Looked online, no one could answer it, so I thought I'm gonna buy it, answer it for you guys. So let's take a look at the front of the box and see what crazy claims Amazon's making here. So we've got the new Amazon remote with the extra buttons on the bottom. I think that's exclusive for the new style 4K. Certainly my old 4K didn't have it. We've got this the actual Fire Stick itself here. Wi-Fi 6, 4K HDR, Max. I mean, they're claiming the Wi-Fi 6 is a big selling feature of this. I don't know how many people have bothered to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6 or is even able to get Wi-Fi 6 needed speeds. I certainly can't get that, so I don't know if there's much point to that. On the side, press and ask Alexa. The Wi-Fi 6, Ultra HD, Dolby Atmos, quad core. It's a similar sort of quad core to what was in the other one, except, however, the processor's slightly faster in this one. This is a 1.8 as opposed to the 1.7 in the old one. So technically it should be faster, but oh my goodness, look at the dust on that. One of the nice features of this particular Max version is that if you've got any smart home cameras and things like that, you can get on-screen notifications whilst you're watching stuff. I know you can do it on Apple TV, but it's going to be home kit compatible cameras, whereas on this one, it just needs to be compatible with Alexa, so things like Ring, Orly, stuff like that. So what we get inside the box, we get the actual stick, the remote, the batteries, a power adapter, USB, and a HDMI extender. So pretty much they've thought of everything. They're not like Sony skimping on cables. I will never forgive you for that, Sony. And they're about buttons depending on what we've got. On the bottom we've just got the basic information. You don't need to see any of that. So that's the box. You know what's next. Let's crack it open and see it inside. It's been a while since I've opened an Amazon product, but hopefully it's straightforward as always. Yes, there we go. There's the pull tab. I must say the box isn't very sturdy from the feels of it. It's very flimsy on top. There we go. That's done. And, ooh, we're greeted with the orange stuff. Oh, with the smile for Amazon as well. So that's that box out the way. Let's check out the box in a box. Now I guess the bit you're all interested in is let's see that remote, because it is all about the new Mega Deluxe remote. So we got ourselves the Alexa button, so it's dedicated. If you press that, you know, you can talk to it from there. And we've got some dedicated buttons if you've got that sort of stuff. Prime Video, well, I don't know why you're getting a Fire Stick if you haven't got Amazon Prime, so that's there. Netflix is good, Disney Plus is good, Amazon Music, not my thing. I use Apple Music, but still, nonetheless. And we've got the two additional buttons there. You know what you're getting. Pretty straightforward. Checking out what else we get, I think that's the HDMI. Oh, it's all fallen on the side. Yes, that is the HDMI extender, which, no, it's all stuck. Let's not rip it. There we go, the HDMI extender, and that's important depending if you can access your port easily at the back. I guess it's going to be probably a 2.0 port, so compatible with 4K resolutions. We might as well have a look at the batteries as that's popped out there. Yes, they're provided us with two Amazon Basics batteries. Now, for bang for buck, I really recommend the Amazon Basics. I did a lot of research online and saw this really cool guy. If I can find the video, I'll link it in the description, where he compares the batteries, you know, Energizer, Duracell, and he found out for the price, the Amazon Basics are actually pretty good. So I definitely recommend those if you're looking for those. We've got a power supply provided here, of course. Now, the idea is that the 4K Max Amazon Fire Stick must be plugged in via its own dedicated plug, not by a USB port on the side of a TV. My old 4K, when I plugged it in, did work directly from a TV's USB port. This one requires a bit more power. Anyway, in the tests, we'll check, does it actually need the power brick, or can it go from the USB port? We shall find out. Last but not least, I'm pretty sure we just got the instructions and the cable, so let's have a look. Yes, it provides you with a USB cable, USB-A to micro USB. Come on, Amazon, it's 2021, almost 2022. Goodness me, you need to upgrade that. We've got the instructions here. You know, if you want to read that, you can read it real quick. Oh yeah, there we go. It does say it's got to be plugged into the wall for optimal performance, but we shall find out about that. Anyway, that's all the information you need. Important stuff, no one's interested. And last but not least, here is actually the gimmick itself. Fire TV, HDMI, there's the micro USB port. Tells you what to do. It really is emphasizing that it needs to be plugged into a wall. I mean, I will try it for you guys because it said that on the old 4K Fire Stick and it didn't need that at all. So let's open this up and let's compare it to the 4K old school version. Cheeky cut there. Let's have a look at the OG version. This is a beautiful case. It's not specifically designed for the Fire Stick, but you know, like I said, me and the girlfriend, we like to travel, so we got it all packed up so we just chuck it in the bag and don't have to worry about it. But here it is with all the glorious things inside. So what's inside this one, and let's compare it to the ones you get. First things first, let's have a look at the micro USB cables I carry. So that is the OG one that came with the original Fire Stick, which I think is absolutely identical to this one. So that's the old, that's the new, this is the old, just move it out of the way. But also, I've got a very small one here. I mean, if you've ever been in hotel rooms, sometimes there's a USB port right next to HDMI port, so you don't need that massive long cable. So I carry a smaller one as well. You got to learn from my mistakes here, so I always carry a pair of backup batteries. Now once, I can't even remember where we were, I want to say we were like in Rome or somewhere, and this bad boy ran out of batteries, and my goodness, the Fire Stick is literally useless unless you have some batteries. So I think I had to go to a local little mini-market shop thing, and I was absolutely ripped off for a pair of batteries, so never again will I be caught short by not having some spare batteries with me. Not sure why I carry this, but it's useful to have it for the one occasion you may ever need it. It's a female to female HDMI adapter. I don't know why I carry it, but might need it one day. Don't want to be caught without. So I'm not sure what happened to the original plug that I got with the Fire Stick 4K. That went missing. Anyway, here we go. We got ourselves an Apple one here. Can't remember what voltage it is. Let's have a closer look. It is 15 amp, and oh my goodness, I'm getting old because my eyesight's not working. I'm going to need to pause the video and have a closer look. Totally ignore the trash I was speaking then. It is a beautiful 5 volt 1 amp plug. Now I like this because it folds down so it's easy to travel with. I guess it will work exactly the same as this one. We'll try it nonetheless, and I'll give you an update on to see is it worthwhile. I like it folds down because it fits nicer in the case. Last but not least, we've actually got the Fire Stick itself. So we've got ourselves the HDMI extender, which looks absolutely identical. Ooh, it's a slight difference here. The new one's got a little bit of an indent to help you move it in and out, whereas the old one doesn't. We got ourselves the Fire Stick itself. Now it looks fairly identical in size. However, this one says Fire TV. This one's just got the smiley face, so at least this time I'm not going to mix them up. There's other things written on here as well, actually, other warning logos, so that you can tell the difference between the two, although physically in size they look absolutely identical. But the biggest change, of course, comes from the different remotes. So the old remote looks a little bit like this. They've gone all in on the Alexa logo as opposed to just the microphone one. Some standard buttons, they've now got mute, which is also useful, but it is there as well. Dedicated buttons, and then we've got the TV button. Gonna be interested to find out what that is. I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to set up the new Fire Stick Mega Deluxe Max Ultra Edition, whatever it's called, and get it installed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison to show you the speed and if there's any other differences between the 4K and the 4K Max. And ultimately then you can make your mind up, is it worth the upgrade? So stick around and let's find out. And I'm back. Like I said, I'd be back. It's 2022. I've been using the 4K Max for a while. I think I'm ready to talk about it in terms of the device itself, but I promised you a comparison video, so here it is. On the left hand side we've got the 4K Max, and on the right hand side we've got the normal 4K, both attached to identical computer monitors. They're 1080p monitors, so don't expect 4K or nothing from that. But what I'm looking at is the speed. Is there a speed difference? Is there much of a difference? Is it worth the upgrade? Let me show you. just before we do the first test, I will say, first of all, yes, the 4K Max can just work from a USB socket inside a monitor or a PC or a TV. It works absolutely fine. I've been using mine in with a USB power bank as well as from a USB port on a TV, so don't worry about that. It works absolutely fine. So test number one, it's the boot up test. So they're both connected to a power outlet. They're ready to go. The monitors are on. So I'm going to flick the switch and you're going to see how long does it take for them to boot up. So I'm going to flick the switch in 3, 2, 1, power on. Remember, the left hand side is the Max, the right hand side is just a normal Fire Stick. Pretty close. No, easy advantage for the Max on the left hand side. And we're still waiting. What a difference. So there you go, Max is faster on boot up. Next test is going to be loading into a profile. So clicking them in 3, 2, 1, click. Wow, I can't actually believe the speed difference there. That's quite unbelievable. So next test, let's see how long it takes to load an app. I've gone for Netflix. So 3, 2, 1, click. Again, the Max is a little bit faster, but let's see. Boom, and we're in. Boom, and we're in. So from these tests, it's looking like to me that, you know, Amazon isn't lying. The Max is faster than the 4K, noticeably faster in my opinion. Next test, let's go for voice search. So I'm going to press both of the voice search buttons at the same time, release them at the same time. Let's see how long it takes to search. The Office. Oh, that was almost identical. I am surprised about that. So identical search times it looks like. Let's show another feature. Obviously the Max is able to show picture-in-picture for security cameras. They will load on both the 4K and the 4K Max, but only the Max can go for picture-in-picture. Let's show you. Equal loading time, fast as each other. Obviously the one on the left is the Max and it has the picture-in-picture, so let me show you that working. There it is. Down, picture-in-picture. Press and hold the home button to get the options back of what you want to do with it. Let's close it down and let's go back. I think the last comparison we're going to do is showing you going into sleep mode. So pressing and holding the home buttons. Much faster on the Max. Let's go across to sleep. Click sleep. And again, the Max has the advantage there. Not sure what else we could do in terms of comparison. If you've got anything you want to see or want to know about, you know, post a question in the comment section below. I reply to each and every comment. So if there's anything else you want to know, post it below. So let's put a score on it and give you my final thoughts. It's time for me to put a star rating on it. So what am I going to give this a Fire Stick 4K Max? It's going to be about 5 stars out of 5 stars. I think for the price I paid is an absolute must buy. With a few caveats, of course. I paid $37.99 and that for me is a great price. It is, and let's face it, an outstanding streaming device. It's got all the apps and all the streaming stuff that you'd ever want. And if you're in the Amazon ecosystem, it is an absolute must because it's all linked together and that's what we want, just seamless action and things like that. However, there are a couple caveats for that. The first caveat is if you're not in the Amazon ecosystem. If you're not in the Amazon ecosystem, I would say it's not really worth it. Look for something different, perhaps maybe a Roku. Or if you're in the Apple ecosystem, get yourself an Apple TV. I do love my Apple TV 4K as well. But I think the ultimate point of this video, is it worth the upgrade? Now, it's yes and no. Ultimately, I think if you can get this on sale, I think it is worth the upgrade for the faster speed, the slick picture-in-picture for the security cameras. It's the sort of thing that I like. I like tech. I like having the fastest of the fast. And for $37.99, yeah, I think it is a great upgrade. However, if you've already got a 4K Fire Stick and you're not that fussed about the extra features, Wi-Fi 6, the faster actual processing and stuff like that, then maybe it's not worth the upgrade, and it's definitely not worth the upgrade if you're paying the full asking price of 50 quid. 50 quid on top? Nah. But if you can get it on sale, and even better if you can get it on the 5 monthly payments, it makes it almost nothing at $37.99. So with that in mind, if you enjoyed the video, please press that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me if you did. We're on over 315 subscribers, and I know it doesn't sound like a lot to the mega channels, but to me, to think so many people have engaged with my channel and liked it enough to press the subscribe button means the absolute world to me. If you enjoyed this, press the thumbs up button, which means it's a good video and more people can see it and make an informed choice and see that comparison. Is it worth the upgrade? If you've got any questions that I haven't answered, or got any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below. It means a lot to me when I wake up and see people have engaged with my content. I always reply to each and every comment. You know, I love engaging with my community. So much love. You know what I'm going to say. Look after yourselves, take care of people around you, and most importantly, stay out of trouble.